Hi there, my name is Christian Eschbach, and this is Confessions of a Domestic Engineer, or as I like to call it, Code. Hey there, everyone. So I'm gonna try and do 2 codes a week now. Just because of the way I shoot content and edit content and the type of content I do, I'm gonna try and do 2 a week. One's gonna be a nice fun episode, and one's gonna be a little more socially relevant, we'll say, kind of, sort of. I'm gonna try, see what happens. I don't know. Anyways, I'm in my garden today. I'm out here. I'm gonna show you guys around. It's been a little while. Things have changed. For starters, them's be the tomatoes. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how huge that is. I mean, them's be a lot of tomatoes there. Absolute huge amount of tomatoes there. Look at all this. I'm not gonna go too much into detail with this camera this way, but if you remember early on, really early on, this is gonna be fun to watch me do this. Really early on, I showed you the first 2 tomatoes, I think. Possibly. I know I got pictures of them somewhere. Anyways, I'm gonna show you what the first 2 tomatoes that started growing in here look like now. And this has been a few weeks. Way down here. Way down, look at that. Hey there, look at those. Yeah. Not even ready yet. Not done yet. Not ready yet. Wow, man, that totally messed up the lighting on my camera doing that. That's awesome. Look how whited out I am now. Okay, so I'm going to fix this up, and then we're going to get back to it. Right. So, I want to show you around the tomatoes a little bit here, okay? And this is what I want to talk about. You'll see this wire here? This is fence, okay? Your normal run-of-the-mill fencing. I've just unraveled it. There was a swatch of it. I've mentioned this before, and I mentioned when I originally set stuff like this up, all the wires and that. And the reason why, there's my hand in the way, sorry about that. The reason why I set these wires up is, as you can see, it's a great way to control the tomatoes. It's a great way to move the tomatoes around, get them to do their thing, And that's exactly what's going on here. I'm trying to get the tomatoes to grow upwards as much as possible. I've been out here the last 2 days in a row, 2 hours each day, not entirely working on the tomatoes. I've had to work on everything, all the gardens a little bit. But with the tomatoes specifically, I've been out here slowly picking them up. I came out here Saturday morning, started lifting them all up a little bit as much as I could, rewiring them, resetting them, stuff like that. Get them up. Easy access. Trim out some of the lower leaves that you don't need, like the little branches. I will get into that the next time I'm out here trimming. I'll show you examples of, where I cut and why I cut, and I'll get into all that maintenance part of it. I probably could do that now. Well, let me see what I can do here. Okay, here's a perfect example right here, okay? Now, I don't have my scissors on me right now, but right here, that's what you want. That's the stuff that gets you the good stuff, gets you the tomatoes and that. You can't see that, sorry. But this branch here, just gets you sunlight. Now, if you start cutting these branches like this off, you don't want to cut them all off, because once again, they get you sunlight. They're important. But you can trim the lower ones out. And if you trim the lower ones out, it puts more of the nutrients of the food towards your crop that's currently growing. And trust me, you can trim those. You don't want to go nuts. You don't want to strip the plant bare or anything like that. But you can really get in there. You can clean it out to help thin it out, make it easier to access a lot of the stuff in there. And I highly recommend doing it. It's a great idea, honestly. Now, you are going to see video footage with my GoPro where I'm doing some cool flybys and stuff like that. And In my tomatoes, I do have other plants. On the overhead flyby or some of the other ones, you might see them. There's some basil in there. Here, I can show you this one. This one here, this is cilantro. I didn't grow a lot of it, but I grew some. This is the first time I've ever gotten cilantro to actually grow, and I'm the only one that I know of that likes cilantro. I don't know why. Most people just say it tastes like soap or whatever. I think it's good. I like it personally. I don't think it tastes like soap. I can see why they might, but I don't. But I put it in here. It's done exceptionally well. I've got basil hiding in the middle there as well, and you know, I've had to hide. There's other plants you got to sometimes hide because you don't want the neighbor kids to see them. You know, you got to be a responsible adult, if you get what I'm saying. Not doing anything illegal. Totally legal here in Canada. All right, let's move on to some other plants. Okay, I'm going to show you some of my pepper plants. Check this out. Check out peppers. Look at those peppers. Don't ask me what type of peppers they are. They are not jalapeno. They could be shepherd. They could be Hungarian. I'm not 100% sure. There's some type of pepper that's not spicy. The only spicy peppers I planted were habanero, sorry. And at least the only ones I planted I know of are habanero. I did a lot of mixed peppers, but they were supposed to be like bell peppers and stuff like that. Anyways, yeah, that's the peppers so far. They're just getting going. We're not there yet. And I got a few over with the tomatoes too. And I think I got to mention the onions and the tomatoes while I'm at it. There's the onions. And if you look back there, you can see, hopefully, the 2 peppers that are starting to grow. Hopefully, we'll see. I don't know. All right, let's. I'm gonna wipe my sweaty ass forehead here, because man, I sweat way too easy in the heat. And we're gonna go move over to some of our other plants. So this cluster you're about to see here, as we drop down, this here are the cucumbers. Well, part of what you can see of it. Let's go back up. All right, check it out. Hand in the way. Okay, here we go. Cucumbers. Now I just started raising these up today, trying to divert them a little bit. I had let them run a little wild in the beginning, but the reason why I had to divert them was for these guys here. Now, follow me. Cucumbers, they can climb. These particular cucumbers, they're going to be rather large based on the packaging, but they can climb. So, that's what we're doing. Now, let's come down here. Oh, that's not going to work so well. All right, let's do the overhead. All right, what you are looking at here is watermelon. And the watermelon plants, which, look at those. Those are little watermelon flowers there. Now, the watermelon plants, they're watermelons. They get big. They're going to grow. They don't climb so much. Maybe a little. I wasn't messing with that. Cucumbers are easier to mess with that. So I moved the cucumbers so the cucumbers went upwards, and the watermelons are going to get the ground. And then eventually I got to deal with this. Now, I've been using some of the larger, nicer sticks to help fill in the garden there, use as much as we can. But, the rest of it's supposed to go into fill, because I want to go and do a larger raised bed container. And you need fill for it, so the hope is to use some of that for fill. And give me one moment. We're going to do the last of this tour out in the backyard. Now, this here, most of this is spinach. This is the end of the spinach. Oh, some of it looks like it may have restarted itself again. Well, I'll be golly gee whiz. Seeding and restarting. Huh. Because that's all seeding right there. But that's stuff you pick to eat right now. This is crazy. I love this. And then we got some red leaf lettuce right there. That's all I planted. It was supposed to be a whole row. That is all that grew out of that whole row, is just that little bit of red leaf right there. And then these wonderful big monstrous things are, I totally forget what they're called. All right. Now that my brain's back, that's kale. Okay. I don't mind kale. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's okay. That particular kale, it's a little bitter. You got to cook it just right. Depending. I like it done when it's, steamed a little with vinegar. I don't mind putting it in as like a salad filler or green leaf filler, But I don't like to use a lot of it. And that stuff makes me gassy. I hate to say it, it does. But, hey, that's what you're going to do, right? I love lilies. They are my favorite flower. These are tiger lilies. Some people call them ditch lilies because you find them pretty common. These were, for the longest time, my absolute favorite lily. I just absolutely love the colors of them. I love the look. I love everything about them. They're just gorgeous looking flowers. Totally an artistic dream. But they got replaced this year with a new lily. Now, I know what you're thinking. These are really pretty lilies. They really are. But these are not the lilies that replaced my tiger lily as my favorite. I like them. They're white, but they're very low to the ground. And really being that low to the ground does make a difference to me, because it's harder to enjoy. But they are pretty, aren't they? And this lily here hasn't opened up yet. It could become my new favorite, but right now it's not my new favorite. Right now it's the one that's testing my fucking patience the hardest. I mean, we're talking severely testing my patience. I believe this is a type of lily. Maybe? I think so. They're nice. They're cute. They're little. They look lily-ish. You know? But, they're alright. They're not a tiger lily. And then these ones here bobbing around in front, I haven't seen what these ones look like yet. Plant just finally started budding. It could be very pretty. Who knows? Here's another lily that just started budding, so I'm not sure even what it looks like yet. It could be my new favorite, but I don't think that's gonna happen. These cool fire looking things, these aren't lilies. This is bee balm. I'm just having fun now. I like these. They're cool. These are Tracy's favorite of all the flowers in here so far. I could see why. They're not my favorite because they're not lilies. I'm a snob that way. But look how cool they are. They're really awesome looking. In a previous video, I said that these were chamomile. I was wrong. Here is the correct information. I do apologize for that. Please, I am so sorry. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It is time to see my new favorite lily. Now, I don't know what these lilies are called. I don't know what their name is. My mom probably has that. And wow, man, that plane is loud. Jesus crikey. Alright, now that the airplane is mostly gone, allow me to reveal my favorite lily. I don't know the names of these lilies, unfortunately, but they are gorgeous. Just look at these things. Just look. Alright, so it's really bright and sunny out here. I'm going to do my best to fix this up a little bit in post-production. But these lilies here, check this out. Look at those. Look at the beauty of that. My hair's flapping around now, but look at that. Look at this gorgeous. Look at the colors. Normally I'm not into pink flowers, which is why I used to love tiger lilies so much. But look at the petals in there. Look at that. Look at that shape. Look at that beauty. Absolutely gorgeous. And remember those pretty white flowers in the background? That's not chamomile. I was wrong about that. But look at how that looks offset like that. Isn't that great? Let's talk about how I cut my grass. See those pretty flowers? Those aren't grass. I don't cut those. I let the pretty flowers overtake. See that there? Eventually I'd like that grass there. I should pick up that mask of somebody else's. To look like that wildflower patch and that wildflower patch. Just the whole way across. Letting it grow over there too. Just, why bother? They're so much prettier than the grass is, right? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And then those are sunflowers. They will be sunflowers. They're getting there. And that is spider's wort. Yeah, spider's wort as well. I like spider's wort. They're pretty when they go. They're a pretty little flower. Nothing overly great. Just a nice little splash of green too. That's going to be some sunflowers there. And that's going to be some sunflowers there. Those sunflowers are not doing so well. They're just taking forever. That one's just taking off quite nicely. I might want to thin it out maybe. Look at those. Those are just great. And those were planted, believe it or not, I planted all these the recommended damn distance apart. So anyways, that's where we're at with the garden nowadays. So here we are at the end of another episode, and I'm wearing something different. I didn't record a proper close out in the garden. I had no clue how far I was going to go with it. So this is the closing. This is the closing. Just a friendly reminder: visit us on Patreon. Otherwise, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That way you get notifications. Feel free to leave a comment. And peace, love, and take care.